And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon, my futures trading family. Welcome to the Market Recap, Tuesday, October the 4th, 2022. My name is John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time. Hope you had a good trading day today. Thanks to all of you that helped out on Make Hoag Money. We had a rough day, but on that pullback off the highs, I managed to basically cover all those losses for us by the end of the session today. So decent trading day. I thought the market was a relatively good market, especially early in the session. Got a little bit choppy later on, but the market set up an area of balance and stayed true to that area of balance. We're going to see this on the charts very shortly. As far as news is concerned, a lot of talking Feds today. Didn't have the chance to really look through too much of it, but I know that the Fed's daily expects to see fewer job openings in the near future. There's a lot of room to slow the hiring pace before creating job losses. That's a good thing, I think, and we still have a very healthy financial system, so hopefully that is going to be coming true. Thank you to our Talking Fed Daily today. Elon Musk has offered to close the Twitter deal for the original price of $54.20 a share. It's like $44 billion. That was a lawsuit that was due to go to trial in 2 weeks. Now he's basically saying, yeah, I'll just pay for it and we'll just move on from this. All right. An OPEC Plus meeting tomorrow, the Kuwait oil minister mainly focused on providing enough supplies for what the market needs, or enough supplies for what the market is going to provide for their profits. As far as the markets are concerned, crude oil, the OPEC Plus production reduction threat pushed price higher another 3.5% today. The S&Ps and the NASDAQ upside continuation continues. ES, the E-mini S&Ps traded up and closed above weekly kickoff. The NASDAQ did not. The NASDAQ continued to lag behind on up days. The E-mini S&P closed unofficially up about 110 points, or NASDAQ up 348 points, up again 3%, and the Dow futures up 830 points. That's 2.8%. Whenever I see these numbers, especially like in the Dow, I'm reminded of the crash in '87. The crash of '87 was a 504 point drop. 504 points. We weren't trading at such high numbers. It's just amazing how in one day we can have just these numbers moving 30 points to the upside, to the good side. So that's not a bad thing. Gold breakout momentum continues as the U.S. dollar gets pummeled. The U.S. dollar traded back down to about 110 today after last week trading almost up to 115. The euro, however, was not affected by that weak dollar. As euro closes, well, I guess it was a little bit. It did close above the weekly kickoff high. The 10-year acceptance above the trend line. We've been watching that trend line all the way down 45-degree angle. We closed above it today. Is it really going to create an upside momentum or move in the 10-year when rates we know are going to continue to leak higher over time? NASDAQ supply nerves got into the natural gas. Supply nerves got into the natural gas today, and we had a pretty brisk move to the upside, but really just kind of keeping price in the balance area that we've been in for a little bit. So as always, make sure you hit the lucky like button, share, comment, question, feedback, heckling, and love are always welcome. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notifications when we do go live. I hope that you enjoyed the Coach's Playbook today, and I'm certainly hoping that you have enjoyed the forecast, Make Hogue Money, and the recap today. If there's something you like, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. You can tell all your friends, too, if you really like this. If there's something I'm missing, something you don't like, I ask that you tell me, jhoagland@topstep.com. You can send me an email. And always looking for constructive criticism and feedback to improve what we are doing here. We had a big announcement today. I hope you're pleased. 1, to funding for any funded traders. You're never going back to step 1 again. Starting at step 2 forever. And we were very happy about that, and we're looking forward to, as always, everybody's success. The Rooster, tough trading day, but still squeezed out a profit. Nice job today. The combine's going well so far. We're glad to hear that, Rooster. Looking forward to your success, Tachyon, and we're looking forward to your success as well. Tachyon made $68 for practice, took 1 trade, 2 micros, and stopped trading after that. Good trading day. Things always a good idea. A lot of chop today, Rooster says. 1 loser and 2 winners. You're up 400 on the day. That's a great day, Rooster. That is a great day. Nicholas Sodaro, it's good to see you. Rick, my brother, love you. Joel MB, howdy. Tiza is the range I have on the ES. 37643831. 37643831. 3, 6. Yeah, that's kind of the range. We're going to look at that on the charts here. Once we started falling into balance, there were several opportunities near the high and near the low of that balance. We'll take a look at that shortly. I think I know what you're talking about, Tiza. Good afternoon, Vince. Sam, Candle Guy, good to see you. Got chewed up and spit out by the market today. Too much bear bias. Well, yeah, it does happen. I mean, we are in a to the downside. We haven't necessarily broken that well, but Sam, Tony Seidel made past step 2 of the trading combine today. Nice job, Tony. Very happy to hear that for you, and you are funded. I'm excited to see your continued success. Let us know how things continue to go. Mo, do you suggest scalping specifically on days like this? Well, it depends on your definition of scalping. Some people look at scalping as, nothing. You're trading just to make a couple of ticks and doing that a few hundred times a day. Some people look at a little bit longer time frame as scalping. So, if you're fading extremes outside of balance, outside of value, I don't necessarily call that scalping. I call that kind of day trading. So it's I guess again, that just depends on your definition of scalping. Casey, good afternoon. Trading Research, hello. The Rooster, do whatever works for you, Mo. Absolutely. Everybody mentioning to Tony, congratulations. I am Saint. Is this new rule for all previously funded from the past, or is it from this point on? It's my understanding, if you've been funded, I think within the last 30 days, then it works for you too. I can double check on that. Rooster, congrats, Tony. Diggable Seeker, Mo, Vince. Sam, eat the market for breakfast tomorrow. There you go. Kevin Laffey, it's good to see you, Kevin. Deg, I am Saint. Congrats, Tony. Diggable Seeker. Did great today. I'm finally doing things I know and stopping when I don't know. Nice job. Mo reads the tape and then the open-close position in less than 5 minutes. That is my definition. Why not? Why not? As long as you're finding good trade locations in your time frame, Why I don't necessarily call 5 minutes true scalping. I think that's, taking a little bit bigger bites out of the marketplace. If that's what you do, is that what you're doing? You should do it. Made $5K, worked for you today, didn't it? It's a nice day. Good afternoon, Dag, my nephew. That's a heck of a nice day. Hopefully all of your days are going to be that way, right? Awesome. All right. I always have to just take a moment and chill at the end of the trading day. Just relax, breathe in and out. Let it all go. And then we'll take a look. All right, let's take a look at the markets here. We'll start with the daily and crude. Just going left to right, I guess, in a circular motion, I guess. So, yeah, here's the crude supply in question. We knew that coming in. We opened with a gap. We never closed the gap. We had some short covering yesterday. I would say that today we're probably going to see an increase in open interest tomorrow morning. Here's the gap. The market opening, pushing lower, unable to close the gap. Even with all these overnight longs, buyers came in and pushed this market higher. Looks like we've got a little bit of a bull flag forming here at the top. But definitely, probably some short covering, but I'm thinking we probably brought in some new business to the upside. Here's the E-mini S&Ps. Okay, yesterday we had an increase in open interest, not a hollow rally. Today, a volume a little bit higher than yesterday on a continuation to the upside. No gap close, opening range the low of the session, but we really have a P-shaped profile today. We may have finally gotten into some short positions that just needed to get out. Here's the P shape of the profile. You can see it in the volume profile here. Opening range the high of the session. There were plenty of opportunities for us to try and look for shorts on the way up here and make hog money. Me and my good friend Matt Hoyt decided, you know what, I think this thing is so strong, it's going to try and keep us out to the upside, which it largely did. We tried a couple of shorts that didn't work. I managed to get all of our money back from make hog money on this push off the high to this low here. Take a look at the 30. Here it is. That is the 30. So the opening range, the low of the session, after a gap, overnight inventory continues to get paid. Why did they get paid? Maybe this is going to be short covering. Be interesting to see that open interest tomorrow. If we lost open interest, finally, I think we may have squeezed out the last of our shorts. Now, we've put the market in a position in longer time frame. We've broken out above weekly kickoff high. Is this going to create a different market state? I don't think so. Just yet. I'm looking at this area as a level or an area or a zone that longer time frame traders need to or want to adjust inventory. I don't think we're breaking market state to the downside here just yet. If they did adjust inventory, they either got out of shorts or added to long positions. We know that we added to some long positions at the same time we covered some shorts yesterday because we increased open interest. Going to see what we did today. Take a look at how P-shaped this profile is. So yes, here is today's profile. Opening range, the low of the session, P-shape. What that tells us when we see this shape in the profile is short covering. Now, it doesn't mean that we didn't bring in new business to the upside. What did we have here? We had 37.83 was weekly kickoff high. Where did we spend most of the time? I'm wondering if we settled with a late spike to the upside. Let's take a look. 3803. 3803. So no, maybe. Boy, this is going to be a tough one tomorrow. We just extended the range higher, but did we really set up a late spike? We're going to have to look at that tomorrow. The market just had enough to keep going, but did not necessarily close up there. Maybe just a little bit. So we're going to call this a late spike. We have this nuance to help us tomorrow morning. It's going to be another interesting and fun and challenging trading day tomorrow. Watch to see what the overnight does. Watch and see if we have open overnight, watch and see if we have open interest changes here as well. All right, take a look at the NASDAQ. This is the 30. Here's the daily. We still got a long way to go before we reach that weekly kickoff level here in the NASDAQ. We seem to be lagging behind. Here's the today. Look at the small range we had. Very small range. Overnight inventory to the long side. Open interest. Opening range at the low of the session. Pushing price above last week's high. Not really bringing the same kind of continuation at the end of the day that the S&Ps did. Always a bit of an anomaly to me. Here's something that is not an anomaly. Here's gold. Here's the daily. Good increase in open interest yesterday on the breakout above weekly kickoff high 1700. Big fat round number, adding 6,000, continuing, of course, today. We'd have decent volume. We cut off a little bit, but I'm not that concerned about it. Here's the 30, opening with a gap, closing this kind of reaching and touching this naked point of control on the open or just after. Continuation to the upside, taking us above our channel and holding above it as the day continues. The daily. We also have a breakout yesterday of weekly kickoff, a trend line. We have another trend line from all the way at the high here. 1, 2, 3 points of contact, 4 points of contact. We didn't close above it, but we see this market continuing to try and push above that. These markets are just so fascinating. So we got rates off a little bit today. We didn't really bring in any momentum here. Range, value, largely the same. And here's that natural gas. So we still are looking for this market to close down to this measured move off of this head and shoulders. Has not yet been able to do so. Perhaps a little supply scare in the market today had the market kind of pushed back up into range and into value. Here's our overnight high, was right here from the day before yesterday. We took that out, but where do we go? We're just right back into this area of balance we broke out of yesterday, back into it. We open in certain areas tomorrow. I think we're going to probably lend a lot towards repairing this profile. We open here. We got, we have several distributions of of volume here and 2 distributions of time. We open between them. The first thing I'll look for is the opportunity to finish up some repair that we may need to from today and yesterday's session. We don't know whether the market's going to open. Just an early thought, if we do have the opportunity to take care of a little repair early tomorrow, that might be an interesting opportunity for us to look for executions. So, Nicholas, favorite pizzas. I'm a big fan of Lou Malnati's deep dish pizza. It's very similar to like Gino's East or Uno or Due. I have one close to my house, and the sausage, the spices they have, the tomatoes, always a good pizza. But there's the Chicago staples like Uno's, Due's, Gino's East, the original Gino's East pizza. But I live in the suburbs now, and when I first moved to the suburbs, it was hard. I had a hard time finding a Chicago deep dish pizza that I liked in the suburbs, so I started making my own. So once in a while, I'll make a whole bunch of dough and freeze some, but I do like to make my own deep dish and, thin crust, crusty, cracker type crust pizzas. So Lou Malnati's, Uno's, Due's. There's a place on the north side called Pequod's. Pequod's Pizza. There's only 1 or 2 of them, and that is awesome pizza. And Lou Malnati's, they've like got now like carry out places all over the suburbs and even some eat-in places all over the suburbs. You can't go wrong with Malnati's. Gotta love Lou Malnati's. Eric, Haggle Matters. Michael, you're not late. I do know how to make the dough, and it's been tweaked and tweaked over years. Costco's for $10 if you loses the gold standard, right? Great if you crisp it up in an iron skillet. Wow, I never thought about doing that, but it's kind of funny. I was at Costco, I think, on Sunday, and it was getting near dinner time. We had a bunch of stuff, and we were thinking about making dinner, and I said, why don't we just get a piece of pizza? And we had a piece of Costco pizza for dinner. It's very doughy, very almost New Yorkish, but it's not bad. No matter what you think of the pizza, wherever you are, my son Luke has something he says about pizza. He says, even pizza that's not that good is pretty good. And he's not wrong. I think if there was one thing, if I had to commit to eating one thing for the rest of my life, it would probably be pizza. All right. Haven't really looked at this day in history. So, Sputnik was launched October 4th, 1957. October 4th. Work begins on Rushmore. It would take 12 years to finish. Fortunately, this is the date in 1970 that Janis Joplin died. Beverly Hills 90210 debuted today in 1990. God, that's hard to believe. That's 32 years ago. Yikes. There's not music today, at least not on this site. Jim Fielder was the bassist for Blood, Sweat, and Tears today. Birthday, born in 1947. John Cicada 1961 is his birthday today. That's about it. As far as in 1980, Queen started 3-week run at number 1 in the U.S. singles chart with Another One Bites the Dust. And that's all the positive stuff I can dig up here for now. So, tomorrow morning, Wednesday, a whole nother day, the OPEC meeting, ADP employment reports, international trade in goods, and the EIA petroleum status report. Also, ISM services indexes. So we've got, I think, the thick of employment information beginning tomorrow, Thursday, jobless claims as usual, and unemployment on Friday. So, on that note, let's get some good rest. Say a prayer for peace, not only in the world, but in yourself. Be kind to yourself. We work hard at this. You deserve good things. Be kind to others. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your brothers. Call that old friend you haven't talked to in a while. And I will see you tomorrow morning on the market forecast, 7:45, same bat time, same bat channel. Looking forward to another interesting, challenging, and profitable trading day for you all tomorrow. So get some rest, and I'll see you then. Have a good night.